Hello, everybody. Welcome to Global Conference on Technology and AI in Hospitality and Tourism. As part of the online day of the glotech conference, we have the IFITT board, International Federation of IT in Travel and Tourism, the long name. And I am proud to be part of this board in responsible for the chapters of the IFITT. And here I have the some of the board members with me in this panel. Now, what I'd like to do is to take a minute to ask each of the member of the board to introduce themselves, and then we are going to go to our panel with some exciting questions. Jack, I would like to start with you, please.
Hi, Jihan. Hi, everyone. First of all, thank you, Jihan, for putting together this roundtable, which I think will be very interesting. My name is Jack Bulchand. I am at the University of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, which is in the Canary Islands in Spain, which, as you know, you probably all know, is one of the major destinations, at least from Europe. And currently, I'm serving as the president of IFITT.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jack. Gözde?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Jihan and dear board members and dear attendees. Thank you very much for attending our session. I am Gözde Türk-Tarhan. I am working as a lecturer at the University of Chester in United Kingdom. And I am serving as a general secretary of IFITT since March 2025.
Wonderful. Thank you. Arkadiusz?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Jihan. My name is Arkadiusz Tomczyk. I came from Bournemouth University, South England, lecturing project management, and I'm serving as a treasurer for IFITT board.
Wonderful. Thank you. Mattia?
Hi, Jihan. Thank you for the invitation. So my name is Mattia Renoldi. I am currently a professor of tourism and a program director at IMC Krems in Austria. And I'm serving IFITT since many years already in various positions, and now I'm the vice president of the organization.
Wonderful. Thank you. Jelena?
Hello, everyone. My name is Jelena Dorcic. I'm assistant professor at the University of Rijeka in Croatia at the Faculty of Tourism and Hospitality Management. And now I'm currently holding the position of director of events in IFITT.
Wonderful. Thank you. Sergio, last but not least.
Last but not least. Okay, thank you, Jihan, for the invitation. And hello, everyone. My name is Sergio Baños Sanchez. I'm an associate professor of marketing at the University of Zaragoza, also in Spain. And currently, I'm serving as the Director of Digital Services of IFITT.
Thank you. Thank you again, all of you. I would like to go ahead and start with my first question. And the reason why I'm asking this question as the first, as you know, glotech is co-sponsored by IFITT North America chapter, which I have the honor of serving as its president for the chapter. So many of you maybe who are attending glotech may not actually know or familiar with IFITT. So I would like to start asking, IFITT has played a central role in advancing IT in travel and tourism for decades. I would like to ask maybe Jack, as the president of IFITT, could you please share its mission and how it supports the global community?
Yes, thank you, Jihan. Well, I think it's quite clear and easy. As you have just said, we try to contribute, we try to participate in the advancing of IT in travel and tourism. So our main mission is simple and easy. We want to bring everyone together, virtually or physically. For us, our signature event is Enter, that we will discuss during today's recording, today's webinar, that takes place normally in January, February every year. Next year, it will be in Breda. And our main objective is that anyone who's working in anything related to digital in the realm of tourism, the travel and tourism, that they can send their contributions, they can come to our annual conference, meet other people, share with them. We are a community. We want to build as a big community as possible, and we want to meet. I cannot encourage you, all of you, enough to come and join us, because the environment, it's a very friendly environment. You'll be able to speak to everyone there. Shihan, you are one of the representatives of the community. You've been there for many years. You're a well-known, reputed professor. And I remember I met you at one of these conferences. Your availability, the way that everyone there is just, available to everyone to speak, to discuss, to bring research forward, even teaching also. So I think that's our main mission, to be together, to be as a community. We meet once a year physically at the Enter conference, and then we have online events and online all types of things taking place. Even glotech is part of the North American chapter, which you run. So it's just to prove that we are just trying to be together, and we are sure that in communities 1 + 1 is not 2, it's much more than 2, and that is our mission. So I just want to extend my invitation to everyone listening to this recording to come to our conferences and be part of the community.
Wonderful, thank you. I also would like to maybe even just show the IFITT website. Yes. So that people can go check it out. Actually, if they want to learn more, we invite everybody to come. With Jack, you mentioned Enter as one of the signature events of IFITT. Looks like we have a little technical problem there, but hopefully Jack will come back. Maybe we can continue with the panel here. The Enter conference, as Jack said, is one of the signature items of IFITT. I want to ask the panel here, what makes Enter unique, and how it has it evolved over the years to reflect the changes in our industry? Who wants to take a stab on this question?
Well, Xian, if you want, I can take this question, and I can answer it very simply. So Enter for me is not just a conference. Jack's talked about the aspect of community, and that is what Enter is more a community than just a conference. Is a place where to exchange ideas, where to meet friends, and especially is a place where to grow. I attended over 10 Enter conferences. The first Enter conference they attended to, I was not even a PhD student, but I came there, I made a lot of friendship. I networked, I got to know people, and it was very interesting. And I came back as a PhD student. I brought my ideas, and now a few years later, I keep coming back, and I served, as I said, the community in various positions as an auditor, as a board member, as a vice president. And this is because Enter is really a community catalyst. It brings together people from the academic world, from the tech world, DMOs, startup, tourist professionals, and is always a constructive dialogue. And that's, I believe, that has been the key recipe for Enter to be so a long-standing event, a long-standing conference. So from the early days where the attention was placed on the internet, e-commerce, it continued to evolve to tackle all the new challenges that relates to the tourist industry, from social media, online booking, and now we are seeing a lot of research and idea exchange in areas like AI, smart tourism ecosystems, but also other topics that are more related to the human being. So how digital technologies can make human beings flourish in tourism. Yeah. And the sustainability aspects are also being more and more important at Enter conference. And it reflects very, very well what is happening in the industry.
Wonderful. I also show the conference website as well too. Just to add a little bit to it, I myself has been probably more than 15 enter conferences. I also would like to mention all the past presidents. Start with Hannes Wertner, Joseph Margareter, Andrew Refriou, Dimitros Bouhalis, Lorenzo Cantoni, Liz Tusedia, Zheng Xiang, and Huho Pesonon before. I would like to thank them for their efforts and all the things that they have done. So again, one more time, IFITT.net is here. So with that, I would like to go ahead and start my questions about the real reason why we are here is the glotech. Glotech is the Global Conference on Technology and AI. So I would like to start with this question. Again, this is open to panel. Who would like to take it? It's up to you. Please feel free to just jump in. AI and automation are often seen as both opportunities and threats. As a matter of fact, one of the keynote speakers in glotech conference is Nilo, which is a robot that speaks 48 languages. We'll see how it's going to go. I'm really, really excited. How do you envision these tools enhancing service quality without losing the human touch? Anybody would like to take this question?
I can start if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, of course, AI and automation are a part of our life, like daily life, as an individual, as university professors, as tourists, as presenters. So it's already in our life, in the middle of our life. So we cannot run away from it. So it's the truth. The interesting thing is technology used to makes the things easier. It still makes the things easier. But let's say like 60 years ago, 70 years ago, having an electric heating in a hotel room was a big thing. So it was an innovation at that time, and it was making our life easier. It's a part of technology. So now technology still makes our lives easier, but at the same time, it helps us to improve the quality, improve the service, improve personalization from both sides, for tourists, for visitors, or from the operational side. So that's why we have to use it. It's a part of our life. So for most of the industries, AI and automation might be maybe something negative, but for human interaction, for tourism industry, for hospitality industry, we are in a position that we cannot lose human interaction. So it brings many opportunities and threats at the same time. But I think we need to see those threats as a difficulty. So it's not impossible to manage them. We just need to improve ourselves. We need to learn more or gain more skills. We need to modify ourselves because technology is modifying itself within the years. For example, you just talked about a robot, Dr. Cihan, right? Which will be giving a speech in the conference. Can I have the name of the robot again?
Nilo.
Nilo,
Nylo.
Okay. So that robot can speak 47 languages, you said?
48 languages, many languages.
So I don't know I'm sure there are some people in the world who can speak 47, 48 languages, but it's not that common. So it's an opportunity. But do we think that it's a threat? No, I don't think it's a threat because we have human interactions, we have memories, we have that friendly approach, that ability to make connection with people. So everyone still, I'm asking my students in the classroom, will they prefer to see or interact with the robots when they go to a new destination or hotel or a conference? So most of the people see robots or technology as a part of entertainment or making things easier, but not as the main interaction point. So especially tourism industry, hospitality industry, we need human. During the COVID time, we experienced this very well. Everything was robotics or automated or AI. So how difficult was it? It was for us, for all of us, because we need that human interaction. So that's why we are using AI on automation to improve the service, to improve the quality. So it brings us new skills. So when we look at the job titles, for example, like 20 years ago, we didn't have any like technology manager, or we didn't have any skills about robotics in hospitality industry, but now they are requirements. So what we need to do is we have to improve ourselves in the line with technology to manage the difficulties. I don't see them as threat, but maybe challenges or maybe difficulties. So I see these as an opportunity, not as a big threat, to be honest. But yeah, I would love to hear about other board members as well.
Anybody else would like to take a stab on this question? We have many more.
I agree with Golza. Yes. So artificial intelligence definitely for me is the opportunity, but we need to be wise how we use the artificial intelligence. For example, in the hospitality industry, it can handle some repetitive tasks, and staff can be more focused on the guest and give them better experience. So definitely for me, it's the opportunity.
Wonderful.
I would like to add,
yes,
and just maybe to make if you allow me to make the panel a bit more dynamic, I would like to be a bit more critic on this side, because what we're seeing, and if we take a look at other industries, for example, two great examples I think that we have are supermarkets and banks. In general, what has happened is that when you go to a supermarket, when you go to a bank, they're trying to replace humans for machines. The problem now is if you want to be attended by a human, you have a huge queue. Because maybe at a supermarket where there used to be 10 people checking out people, now there'll be one and there'll be 10 machines. So I think this is something that in hospitality we should try to avoid, because in the end, you go to the machine doesn't work in general, and we're seeing that so many supermarkets are taking them away. And this is a trend that I'm a bit concerned that in tourism we're also seeing. You go to a big hotel, there used to be 10 people at reception. Now maybe you find 5 and you find 5 kiosks, but then you go to the kiosk, it doesn't work well. Airports are the same thing. You now, when you go to many big airports, you have to do absolutely everything, even get the tag for your luggage, and you have to put it on your luggage. And if it's not well put, then the luggage won't arrive, and that's your problem. So I think many times we just, I think we have the vision that technology should help humans, but unfortunately, many times what happens is that technology just replaces humans at a very fast and very one-for-one pace, and as a consumer, I'm saying, I'm not very happy when that kind of things happen, because even if technology have advanced, in the end, the results are not so good. You land up fighting with a machine that is not able to read the barcode, or that is not able to read your passport, or that says you don't have a right to check in luggage when you do have.
Yes, actually, what you just said, Jack, has reminded me an article that I read when I was a master's student at Oklahoma State University in 1996. Michael Casavana from Michigan State University has published an article at that time. I even Googled it just to see the right title, The Productivity Paradox of Hotel Industry Technology, which is very interesting. I never forget that article, still stick to my mind. He actually looked at the hotels that implemented PMS, property management system. They spend all this money, and the productivity in terms of the KPI for productivity, the profit. He said that the more technology the hotels at that time, this is 1996, actually the productivity dropped as opposed to increase, right? Because they had to hire more people. It's interesting, but I want to just take it just from AI to a little bit more broader. I want to ask the panel members, from your perspective, what are the most exciting and of course, sometimes troubling, right, or challenging technological innovations currently transforming hospitality and tourism. Again, of course, AI is in every day, every single day. I think there is no day that passes without me mentioning AI or hearing AI at least 10 times, if not more. But I want to ask, what are the other things that the panel thinks that is exciting that's happening in our industry? Anybody? Again, open to everybody. Please take the stage.
Maybe I can contribute with this one.
Please.
Okay, so for me, yeah, basically you have mentioned artificial intelligence. Right now, I think we are all trying to working on that or researching on that. So it's like this big boom. But there are other technologies that are also here with us and that are cool, that have a great potential for tourism and traveling. For instance, I was thinking maybe about immersive technologies. So we know they are here, they are with us since many years ago, since decades ago. But in the last few years, there seems to be a great development of these technologies, and of course, these technologies can help tourism to make better decisions, or even to provide them with greater value. So for me, maybe this could be another technologies that are important for us to analyze and to implement in our tourism services, and maybe also quite related, maybe, but all these smart ecosystems that incorporate Internet of Things or even robotics that we have been is quite related to artificial intelligence, right? But you have examples here at the conference. But what happens when robots are basically they give you an extra service when you are in a hotel or in a tourist service? How we are going to react, or how are we reacting as customers with that? So these are important questions that I think the IFITT community and all this travel and glotech, all these communities should try to give an answer.
Wonderful. Anybody else would like to add to this question?
I can just add one sentence. Any technology that helps us to create together, co-creation. Totally agree. I totally agree with Sergio. Just co-creation is the thing that makes it unique, that makes the experience unique.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. If there is nobody else would like to add, I would like to go to the next question, which is kind of related to all of the things being said. Data analytics and personalization are reshaping guest experiences, as we know, and we just mentioned these experiences with all the things. What are some of the best practices or challenges in implementing these effectively? Right, there is a lot of privacy issues, etc. What are your thoughts? Again, it's open to panel. Whoever would like to take it, please take it.
Maybe I can take it this time.
Please, Achilles, yeah, please.
Like John, you said, there's lots of privacy issues with personalization. There's lots of personalization paradox aspect as well. But I think if we start with the consent, clear consent, explicit consent, governance, and clear value exchange, and that's something that leads to what Gosda was saying just seconds ago about co-creation aspect. The creating a privacy compliant guest profile also will help us, across lots of different touch points. It allows for better testing and better learning and avoid lots of different biases that we're facing currently with personalization aspects. And AI and technology in general helps us to go to that stage of when we can personalize towards segment of one, and we can reduce the amount of people within the segments to the bare minimum, when we can individualize product, services, everything for our guests, basically. It also allows us to measure uplifts, and like I said, through better segmentations allows us to actually create better satisfaction, so make better satisfactions and loyalty for customers. Repeat behavior, that also will influence revenue generation. we all know that returning customers are cheaper than processing new customers. So having that helps from AI and technology definitely will allows us to make it better analytics and better personalization. There are obviously challenges, and one of the key challenges is the quality. There's enormous amount of data right now, and identity resolutions and organizations silos and all that noise within the data around. Obviously, that makes challenges. But again, coming back to AI and abilities of AI will help us with better personalization and deliver the better product to the customers within the time and within the aspects that people wanted, basically.
Wonderful. Anybody else would like to?
Would like to have a small reflection on it, and I support everything that Thomas said. And data analytics, personalization, wonderful things. The challenges come with using all of it in a responsible way. A responsible way of using data, personalizing them, and thinking about who is really benefiting of all this amount of data that have been collected and analyzed and used to personalize experiences. And we have the examples from social media where data is not always being used to benefit the customers, but to benefit the companies and advertisement, and trying to manipulate people in doing things in a particular way. So the challenge for tourism is really to use this data in a proper way and to using that for creating great experiences for tourists, and not only tourists and visitors, and also the local people as well. How can we use all of this data to create an ecosystem that is fulfilling what it should fulfill, and not just making money for somebody else's?
Wonderful. Thank you. I would like to also again remind our viewers here the IFITT website. Again, we invite them to take a look and learn about IFITT, and hopefully they can join IFITT as well too, and also come and be part of Enter conference as well too. From the questions that we just touched, and I would like to maybe go back and looks like, Jack, you have a little bit technical problem there. Sorry for that, but
yes, no, I'm sorry. I must have some problem here with my connection.
This panel is about technology, and technology fails. We know it very well. Right? Every time it happens, it's perfect.
Always.
So I'm going to the next question from the privacy of data, etc. Sustainability is a growing priority. We see it everywhere. And America is catching up. Europe is ahead. Even Asia is ahead of us in that regard. But now companies are really working hard to become more sustainable. So I want to ask this question to panel based on your research, the things that you do, your students do. How can technology help tourism and hospitality organizations balance profitability with environmental and social responsibility? Again, open to anybody. Please feel free to jump in.
Okay, can I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I think that sustainability is a very important topic for today. So either for the operational side, for the hotels, and also for the demand side. So from the operational side, hotels can use smart energy management system and sensors and predictive analytics to reduce the use of energy and anything. And from the demand side, we can see today a lot of apps and booking platforms that they are trying to convince visitors and guests to choose a more sustainable way of traveling, green accommodations, and these things. So I'm coming from Croatia, so for us in my small country, sustainability is a very important topic, especially because a lot of seasonality in our countries. So technology is used also in national parks. We have a lot of national parks to monitor carrying capacity and manage visitor flows. So we can use a lot of technology to improve sustainability.
Wonderful. Thank you. Anybody else?
Yes, I would like to mention that normally when we speak about sustainability, and in your question, you include other aspects, but we normally speak more about environmental sustainability. But I think in your question, you also ask about social responsibility, and I think that's extremely important, And as we were speaking in the previous question about the data, I think one of the biggest problems is that even today, we understand very, very little of the behavior of tourists, even if in the area that we are. We don't really know what motivates them, what is it that they do at the destination, at a more fine-grained perspective. And that does not allow us to really understand how to properly manage a destination, how to properly make residents be happier, have a greater well-being. And I think sometimes, it's great that we focus on the tourist, of course, but as Mattia also commented, we also need to see what the perspective of the resident at the destination is. So in the end, we want tourism as an activity, is an economic activity, and we want residents to be to increase their well-being, and that should be an extremely important point. Of course, that connects with environmental sustainability. I'm not going to discuss about that, but as many of the things that also Tom mentioned in his previous intervention about personalization, about, so all that, we need to start bringing it together with the use of AI, but also we need to collect the data that will allow us to understand and to properly manage the flow and what the tourist does at the destination. And I think that is one of the biggest challenges that we have today. And honestly, I don't think we have advanced so much because we have so much data, but up to now all the data is absolutely disconnected, social media, the behavior of the destination, the research process, all those are separate databases that we are not able to join. And first, we're not able to understand what is it that the tourist is doing and how is it that it can improve the way in which the destination is managed.
Thank you. If I may add, it's interesting. I was just doing some research about this very topic. And then, as you all know, hotels have been using this electric controlling. When you go inside the room, you put your card, right? That's kind of old technology. It's not very effective because people put alternative items there, second key or their business card. That doesn't. Now, Marriott hotels are actually implementing body heat sensors inside the room. So you don't need to put anything. If there's animal or human inside the room, it doesn't do anything. The minute that people go, after X amount of minutes, all the electric AC, etc., has been controlled to a level that it can actually save about 30 to 40% energy. That's really interesting. Also, maybe you heard Minno and Orbisk. These are two AI-based technologies that you install a camera on top of a trash can. As people dump in a restaurant or a hotel, whatever that they are dumping in the trash can, if it is identifiable food, it understands and it simply keeps record of those food has been thrown out and also generates a monetary value. It's so interesting that, Peter Drucker said once, I remember, you cannot manage what you don't measure. So when you measure this, it really becomes interesting. The food waste is when people know that somebody's watching them, they become more careful. Instead of like throwing those good carrots or tomatoes, they say, hey, maybe I can reuse this, right? So it's interesting. Orbisk is the other software. There is many more hopefully is going to come and become better. I also remember Sarah Dol, Dolnikar, the
Dolnikar.
editor in chief of Annals of Tourism. She does amazing sustainability research. One thing that she found, in hotels there are mini bars, little fridges, right? How many of you use it? I don't know. Have you ever used these mini bars, mini fridges? The ones I'm talking about, the ones that are empty, even the ones that are full, right? She found actually like less than 2% of the time people, but yet those fridges are in the hotel rooms, millions of hotel rooms, and consuming energy. So she tried an experiment. I remember again reading one of her research, which in this area, that she wanted to make those fridges are on demand. So when you go into the hotel check-in, if you request one, they bring it to your room. And then she found that the people who requested were very little. Anyway, we need innovation, right? We need more research. That's why we have IFITT. That's why we have Enter. All these wonderful comes. So with that, I would like to maybe go to my next question, and about IFITT. Since we're just speaking about IFITT, what I really like about IFITT and Enter, one of the reasons that I initially joined is not just academics. Nothing wrong with academics. I love it. Right? We see here many of you. But IFITT actually attracts some industry people, Enter especially. I mean, in the last Enter, in this coming Enter, I know that I'm going to learn a lot from the industry professionals. So I would like to maybe ask this question to the panel, that always IFITT has always emphasized and did collaboration between academia and industry. Question for, again, who are watching this web panel right now: how can researchers and practitioners work together more effectively to accelerate innovation? This is the biggest challenge. What are the tips that you can give to people to overcome this barrier to reaching out to industry and working together? Any ideas? Anybody, please.
Yeah. Well, if you
Codifying the problem, I would say.
yeah.
Sorry to jump in, but yeah, codifying the problems. Academia's got their own problems, but industry's got their own problems, and it's very often interlinked with each other. They often going in parallel. But yet, it's a bit like revenue management and marketing hotels. They're working together, but they're working separately at the same time. So share, define, and redefine maybe some governance, some doing some living labs. Taking part in a PhD project, for example. Just pilot testing. Definitely, and enter and be there, and like Mattia, like Zach, like everyone else was actually saying, it's not only about academia, it's about networking and partnership. So I think it's one of the biggest maybe collaborative aspect will be to define the problems and to do the collaborations more openly.
Wonderful, thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah, maybe I will go.
Yes, please.
Just to add to what Tom has said, I think that sometimes we feel like the academic world and the industry world, we are very separated, but in the end, what we should try is to focus, to share what are our interests and to try to find a solution to both of them. In other words, we have said before that with artificial intelligence, we should try to co-create. In the end, we should do the same. Like academics and industry partners, we should try to collaborate in order to find simple solutions to problems that maybe they are not so simple. So maybe we, from the academic world, we have more a long-term vision, more theoretical vision, and maybe from the industry they have this certain impact, or they want to apply this knowledge as soon as possible. And I think there could be a perfect match, because maybe sometimes we are not aware of the real problems, and maybe they can provide us this feedback and we can help them to solve these problems, or at least to mitigate these problems.
Wonderful, thank you. So
I'd like to jump in also in this sense, because this is something that I think we have been debating in the community for quite some time lately, And one of the things that has come up very often is that many years ago, we researchers had access to technology that professionals did not have access to. So we could do research and then send it out to practitioners, and that was great. What is happening today is that technology is widely available. So everyone is starting to recognize that it is not that we are so advanced and practitioners come to our conference to learn about what is going on in the next 10 years of technology, is that today we are all much more in a much more advanced, we could say, no? So maybe we as researchers have to start recognizing that, we have access to technology, but everything we're speaking about today in the conference, in this recording, everything about AI, every professional has access to the same tools, almost the same tools that we have access to. So we need to be, as everyone has been saying, we need to be much more cooperative. We need to collaborate much more on equal plane, and try to see what is that professional needs. Probably, as Sergio was saying, we can do it with a more long-term, more reflective vision, but we need to cooperate much more and know that we are in a very similar situation.
Wonderful. Thank you. Dimitros Bouhalis is the champion of networking, right? He knows everybody. So one day I asked him, like, Dimitros, how do you get to know all these industry people? Of course, academia, he knows and we know him, but in industry, he said, Jihan, I use two high technology things to do that. One is phone, I call them. Second is email. I email them. I ask them. He's just simply asking them sometimes does the trick. Sometimes in our academia, we are in our own world, kind of famous, and we are scared or sometimes don't even know. Just a simple knock on the door. Hey, I am doing this. Can you help me? Sometimes does the trick. So that's just like what I learned from Dimitris. I wanted to share as well too. So this is wonderful. We have the last about 10 minutes or so in our panel. I would like to ask now every single member of our panel this question. But when I ask this question, I want the panel members to maybe tell in a short period of time, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, the research that you are working on right now. Like, what are the things that you are working on currently? Just give some highlights. Again, the whole idea, we have a lot of young researchers here, PhD students in this conference. Maybe some of the research activities will do for them to email you, hey, professor, can I work with you? Number two is that maybe you inspire them to work in a similar topics or different. So again, this question, I want to add one more part. Please, I'm going to ask one by one. Tell me some of the research that you're working on right now, just the topics. And after that, if you were to suggest one research topic to the audience here that is watching this panel in e-tourism that you believe is most critical and timely for the future, what would it be? And maybe again, why? So Gözde, I will start with you since you are in my screen to my right. So please, again, tell us the research you work and maybe some suggestions for young researchers.
Sure, thank you very much, Dr. Jihan. So I attended a conference this summer about event management in our university. So I learned a new topic, not a new topic, but a new frame from one of the presenters. It's haptic dance floor. So haptic dance floor may not be something new for many of you or like some of you, I don't know, but I just learned that term a couple of months ago. So haptic dance floor, basically, imagine a dance floor. When you are dancing, you are standing on a floor, right? So that floor gives you vibration when you stand on it, based on the music that plays. So if you can't hear, if you have some like disabilities. So you may not be able to hear the music, but you can feel the music and you can dance. So that haptic dance floor was very inspiring for me when I first heard about this, because the world is coming. It's already a global village, a small town. So that's why we have to be more inclusive. We have to be more sustainable, not just in terms of environment, but in terms of culture, in terms of having human relations, in terms of protecting the communications. So sustainable, not just for sustainable is not something for environment. So I believe any topic that improves inclusivity and sustainability, important topics. I mean, all topics are important, of course, please don't get me wrong, but they are the emerging topics. Also, AI and ethical usage of AI and data governance. It's so important because we are always a part of it, even if we are using or just they are using on us as like when you go to a hotel, when you click on yes, I agree on everything, those small things, like we're giving some like permissions, however, we don't read it. So ethical use of AI and data governance is so important. How to use technology in decision making. When I read the articles from like 30 years ago, 20 years ago about technology, so I can see that they were about decision making, how to use technology in decision making. So we're still using technology for decision making. So any technology that improves or impacts decision making important to me, or AI and data governance, and any technology like haptic dance floor or VR, because it can take you anywhere, or you can if you have any disabilities, AI, VR, or haptic dance floor can help you to manage this. So any technology topic that strives for inclusivity are very valuable.
Wonderful, thank you. And Gözde, I look forward to working with you on the haptics research, and we'll present it in Enter 2026. By the way,
we are working on it.
2026, the submissions are still open. So let me show the website for the Enter conference. Please submit your papers. Full papers are published in Springer Scopus indexed proceedings, and also we have working papers, etc. So please go check it out. The Enter. Gözde and I are working on this research together, so hopefully you can come and learn about that as well too. So I'm going to go back to my question. Arkadiusz, you're next, please.
Okay, well, I'm looking on the topic that is not so new, because going to the 19th century, actually. And we talk about the personalization, nothing else, no more. And pretty much all my research is circulate about that, because it's a huge topic, and because everyone from it's basically looking for completely different, not completely, but everyone's looking for different things from personalization, and everyone actually understands personalization a bit differently. I'm looking for mainly from the customer point of view, which is a bit paradoxical, from the personalization point of view, as the main point is to understand customers, and we need to understand customers to be able to deliver something for them. So I'm looking for any aspects of personalization, starting from segmentation aspects to personalization paradoxes, through customer dominant logic, going towards memory dominant logic, just going inside human brain, basically, not physically, but metaphorically. Value co-creations, all those kind of stuff. Personalization also has got lots of drawbacks, and that's when we get the ethical and legal aspects, especially in revenue management. So, talking about the price personalization and personalized revenue management in general. So there's a lots of different aspects, but all coming to personalizations. And if there's anyone who'd like to collaborate and there's any thoughts to share, yeah, absolutely. It'd be great to talk about this, because I can talk forever about this.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Sergio, you're next, please. What are you working on, and what would you suggest as an exciting research topic?
Well, so what I have been working on basically are two main topics. I started working and I'm still working on influencer marketing, social media marketing. If I have to suggest something in this research line, maybe is to combine it with artificial intelligence. So we are seeing right now the arrival of virtual influencers. I started to working on that topic. In fact, I'm also going to submit something to the interconference about this and how they can help to foster the promotion of a destination. Maybe the other topic, well, the topic I have been working more is immersive technologies and how we can use them to promote also a destination. Maybe my interest here is about how we can mix elements from the real world with the elements of the virtual world to try to bring together the best of both environments and to develop more value in tourism experiences. So these are the topics I'm more interested about. If anybody has similar interest, please, yes, give a touch.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Sergio. Jack, you're next, please.
Yeah, my biggest concern currently is regarding, as I was mentioning before, the well-being of residents. I think in general, tourism is going through, there's a lot of people who are not really happy with the tourism model that we have in different areas in the world. In the Canaries, we have had some problem, not too many, but I think we can easily mention, or you can bring to mind, Barcelona, Venice, and so many other places that are having trouble with tourism. My latest paper that is published in Dimitrius's journal and Tourism Review is about how tourism improves the well-being of residents, which I encourage you to take a look at. It's open access. And my biggest concern, or what I want to work in the next couple of years, and I'll be happy to collaborate with anyone who wants, is how can we use technology to improve the well-being of residents? From my perspective, tourism does not make sense if it does not add to the well-being of residents, if it doesn't increase the well-being of residents. Well-being from an economic, from a social, from a health, from any perspective that you want to think about. But we should not be developing tourism in a territory if it does not contribute to the well-being of residents. And that is my concern. How can we use technology? How can we use everything that we have mentioned today, AI, big data, immersive technologies, why not, to improve this well-being of the residents in a tourism territory, in a destination?
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Mattia, you're next, please.
Yes, Gian. What I'm working on digital nomadism. So that's a topic that is particularly important to me because of the fact that digital nomadism is showing us the way how work, leisure, home, and family can be combined in another way. So my work here is more on how we can use technology to improve well-being, to empower ourselves, to live the life that we want. Many think about digital nomadism as the dream life, working from the beach, from very beautiful places, enjoying also life in a different way. It comes, of course, with challenges related to what Jax was mentioning, the well-being of the residents. But it is a topic that will shape the way that we are going to see tourism in the decades to come. Yeah. It brought also with itself follow-up topics like workation, and many more that will come. So we are seeing a big shift in society, a shift in value, and digital nomading is just showing us to us how life can be lived differently without the need of sacrificing everything for work.
Wonderful. Thank you. Yelena, last but not least for you this time, please.
Okay, thank you. A lot of interesting topics. I was like writing all these issues that you were mentioning. And for me, the topic that I will be researching in the future is the trust in the AI generating content. So we can see now that generative AI is increasingly used to inspire travel, to create itineraries, or even generate reviews. So the big question is, do customers can recognize the fake reviews, the fake image, and everything? And do they trust? And how does it influence in their decision or their satisfaction? So if they feel manipulated, they will turn away. So these are the questions that I'm looking or I will be looking in the future with my project. So anyone that it is interesting in this topic is more than invited to contact me and to do the research about the trust in AI in tourism and hospitality.
Wonderful, wonderful. These are great topics. I just want to add a research that I'm working on. I'm not sure if I will be able to finish it by the time submissions are closed. But as you know, the OTAs, online travel agencies, now showing carbon emissions for every flight that you are doing. So I'm doing an experimental research currently is to see how people are reacting to these carbon emissions and how much they are willing to pay more for a lower carbon emission. So I'm doing a conjoint analysis currently. But again, with my administrative role, it's going slowly, but surely. So that's just one thing. So I would love to thank the board members and my panelists here. One more time, this is the board of IFITT, International Federation of Information Technology in Travel and Tourism. With the long term, we would like to invite you to come and check out our website and be part of IFITT community. And also, we still have submissions, time for submissions for the Enter conference that's going to take place in beautiful city of Breda in Netherlands. I've been there, and the school is great, the university is great, and the city, of course, Netherlands is a wonderful destination. Wonderful. We would love to invite all of you to submit. Again, IFITT board members, for every single of you, thank you so much for taking the time, and look at this, the perfect timing. We are right in the 1 hour here. So thank you again. And I look forward to, again, hopefully you join me inviting everybody to Breda next year for the Enter conference and join IFITT. Thank you. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
See you in Breda.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep.